and thank you for joining me. I'm Heather Forgan of stampwithnellie.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK. Today's project is this cute little gift box. Well, it's not quite so little actually. It is 4 inches long by 2 inches tall, 2 inches wide. So will fit lots of lovely little goodies. It could be used for Valentine's, Galentine's, or just any time of year really, because it's just gorgeous, and who wouldn't want to receive it at any time? So I have used Melon Mambo and Real Red. I know it's a colour combination that not everybody likes, but I absolutely love it, and it works so well with the Marbled Elegance designer series paper. Got some gold foil card there as well, and those lovely little hearts. My sentiment comes from Hearts of Elegance, and the stamp actually has sending lots of love. I just masked off the sending so that I could just have lots of love, because sending a box isn't quite so easy, is it? But just kept it nice and simple, and the crown jewel, that's the word I was looking for, a phrase, is this stunning ribbon. It is just gorgeous, lovely and wide. Does it tell me how wide? I don't have my specs on, so probably can't see it. Yes, it does tell me how wide, if I can find that. There, it is 1.5 inches or 3.8 centimetres wide, so nice and wide, but because it's open weave, it is lovely to tie and play about with. So to make this box, we will need a piece for the base that measures 8 inches by 6 inches, so I'm switching it around this time. I'm going to have the red on top, and for the lid it is 6 1/16 of an inch by 4 1/16, so just a tiny smidge over 6 by 4 inches. Okay, I've got a piece of gold foil that is 1 7/8 by 3 7/8, and then my piece of designer series paper to go on top of that is 1 3/4 by 3 3/4. And I've actually got another one that I put in the bottom of my box there, just for fun. And then I've got scraps here for my sentiment piece. Okay, so I will get my paper trimmer and we can start to make the box. So I'm starting with the base of the box, so it's our larger piece. Take my cutting blade out of the way, because I'm just going to score this. It's already cut to size, and I'm scoring it at 2 inches on all 4 sides. So just butting that edge right up to the 2 inch mark, give that a score. And again, and then the last one. There we are. And then on the lid, I'm just going to score that at 1 inch. So with the 2 inches, I had to score that side. With the 1 inch, I prefer to do it at this side. It just feels more secure because everything's butted up that way. Just a preference. So 1 inch on all 4 sides. There we go. Got my bond folder. All I'm going to do is burnish. Just burnish these ones at the same time. And I have my paper snips. And I am going to cut along that score line up to that score line there. Okay, do that on this one as well. Okay, so I can tuck that out of the way, and I just want to take a little slither off either side of these squares. Just little bits, and it just takes the bulk out of the corner, and we can take that score line out as well. And then do exactly the same on the other side. So straight up that score line. I'll just take my wedge off at the same time here. There we go. And last one. Straight up. And take that wedge out. Now, these panels are half the length of that, and it just felt a bit bulky leaving it like that as I did with the first one. So I'm going to just take that down roughly halfway. Again, just taking some of the bulk away. And it kind of looks like I haven't bothered wedging some of the bits, but never mind. I know I did. Right, so that is our base. We'll just do the same, except I don't need to cut down the tabs because they're nice and short, with the lid. So again, it's just straight up that score line to that score line, a little bit off either side. And final one, straight up, chop in, chop in. Okay, all these little bits. Oops. Right, so I'm not actually decorating anything on the base here. I just wanted to keep it nice and plain. So let me just get my glue, and I can add glue to, hopefully, yeah, there we go. Add glue to all 4 tabs, because you've got a bit of time. Before this glue sets, so it's okay to do all 4 at the same time. Then just fold that up, line up those edges, give that a press. Same at that side, give it a press. And the last one just about does itself. There we go. All right, so that is our base made. And as I said, I had an extra piece of designer series paper. I'm just going to pop that in the bottom there. So the box doesn't have a huge amount of decoration, so I just thought it would be nice to have a little bit on the inside as well. And I like to assemble my lid for my box around the base. Okay, so again, I can add glue to all 4 tabs. So it might look like I'm using a lot of glue here, but I like my tabs to be nice and strong. And I like to get the glue as close to the edges as possible. I'm just putting on, it's really, really thin lines. I'm not heavy-handed with that, as I am with most things. Right, fold that side up. And again, fold that round, but don't be too bothered about whether that's nicely aligned or not, because what we want here is a nice tight fit. Okay, and then pop that round, and if you do have anything overhanging at the edges, and I don't actually, oh that one, a tiny bit there, then you can take your snips and just trim that off just to make it nice and neat. But it does give us a very snug fit, or maybe a bit snug. There we go, got it. And then lid goes on. Should really leave it to fully set, but there we go. Lid's on. It will come off, but it's not going to fall off unless you give it a shake like that. Okay, so it's a nice, good fit. Let me just add this to my gold foil. You'll get all of the measurements in my blog post. There's a link to that blog post in the description for this video. And as I mentioned, I masked off the sending. So I'm just using a piece of washi tape and cover up the sending, but then kind of just push that back to make sure that I am not covering up the top of the lots of love. Okay, so just like so. I'll stick with Melon Mambo, I think. A little scrap of white. Okay, so just ink it up as normal. Make sure you've got plenty ink on your stamp, and then take the washi off, because we do not want to stamp that onto our card. And I'm just putting that straight into my bin so I don't get ink on myself later. Right. I'm going to try and just get that straight in the middle of that strip. I haven't measured this strip. It is simply just from a scraps pile. That'll do nicely. That's a little bit wide from my scraps, but that's okay. We can deal with that. Let me get that trimmer back. So if I do that at there, oh, that's even. What does this measure? What I'm going to do is just add it to that, and then we can trim it down. So let's just, I'm still in shot just about, add that. With the border I want. Eyeballed. Then I can decide to trim it down lengthwise like that. And then I want to take a little bit, just the tiniest little bit off that. Love this trimmer. So I'm going to just put that straight on in the middle, like so. And then we get to play with this gorgeous ribbon. Let me just put that out of the way. Right, so my ribbon. Give yourself plenty to play with. And then tie this. Okay. And then we can play around. But doesn't that tie gorgeously? Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so I will probably trim that down once I've decided what gift is going inside this. Probably sweeties. Right, this piece goes on with dimensionals. Now I've got bits of dimensionals here. Let me get my sticky scissors. And we can put that along the end there. Here's my other edge here. That's a little bit too long. Just shorten that down a bit. That can go there. We'll just pop that bit on there. I'll just use up the ones that weren't left on that sheet. I am purposefully avoiding that area there because that's where my ribbon will be, and I don't want to obstruct the ribbon. You could take the ribbon off later if you wished. So take the backings off. And then get my glue back that I threw away and just put little dabs on there, and that will just give me that little bit of wiggle room to make sure I've got this centered. So I'm going to squish my ribbon in the middle just a little bit and then pop that down, make sure I'm happy, give that a good press. And then the final touch is some of these adhesive backed heart sequins. And one of the bigger ones down there. Tiny little one there, and I'll go for one of the biggest ones up here this time. And there we go, we have a nice and easy, pretty lidded gift box with the most stunning ribbon ever. Absolutely love it. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, please leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please do click on that subscribe button, click the bell and get notification the next time I upload a tutorial. Until then, please do take care. Bye bye.